Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of the Pretty Positive podcast. I don't know what I was about to say, but it's your girl Ronnie. Welcome to episode 12, like I said. And I didn't like how I said that. But this episode is titled Pretty Introvert. If you guys know me, then you probably will understand this episode a lot and how I am as a person. And I kind of want to get into that because I feel like a lot of people don't understand me as a person and they think I'm like a little bee or I'm just quiet and standoffish. But I'm really just an introvert, and I just want to kind of get into some things about it. Before I get into it, of course, please follow me at all my social media accounts. They are linked in my bio as well. Like, comment if you would like, and subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. I do want to start off with what an introvert is. It's someone who feels more energized and at peace when they're alone or in a calm setting instead of big crowds or any type of social energy. It's not about being shy or antisocial. It's about where your energy flows and how you can recharge. So today's episode is going to be pretty, for introvert, the ones who love their people but love their peace just a little bit more. Being an introvert doesn't mean you don't like people. It just means you appreciate your space. And what I mean by that is, like, I love being around people. I love socializing. I can be the life of the party. I can, get loose, especially if I'm comfortable around you, talk your ear off. I'm a talker. But I'm also very, very okay with not being around a crowd of people and not being in a setting around a bunch of people. I'm cool with being alone. Like, I'm like the perfect person to do like solo vacations. You know what I mean? Me and my kid, of course, because I have a son. But like, I'm one of those people that I'm having the time of my life doing things alone. And I know that sounds crazy to some people, but like, I'm okay. Like, I went to the movies on my own. I had the time of my life. It's cool to have someone that you love, of course, near you and be able to chit chat. That's cool. But something about my alone time makes me feel so much at peace. And I don't know. I find it very, very calming. I've know that my energy is safe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about other people doing this and that or whatever they're saying about me, or I don't know. I just feel very, very much comfortable. But now I realize peace and quiet is like my kind of party. There's something about like special about just sitting with yourself and your thoughts and just listening to music, stuff like that. Being an introvert taught me the power of boundaries as well. Sometimes people take your silence personally, but it's really just me recharging. Like, if I'm sitting in the room and I'm just like on my phone, or I'm just looking around, or I'm just smiling, doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. Doesn't mean I don't want to vibe with y'all. I'm just like recharging my energy so I can be able to have a better time, because being in crowds do cause social anxiety for me, especially when it's people I really don't know, like on a personal, deep level. I do need that time to like kind of analyze the room. Like, I'm like a robot. Like, I'm analyzing the room, filling out the vibes, filling out the energy before I can open up and completely talk to you. I can love you and still need my distance. Like, I think at this point in time, like, I'm okay with, if I did date someone, like, I'm not dating anyone right now, but if I was dating someone, like, I'm cool with my partner being able to have his own time too, long as we have an understanding, like, hey, let's be loyal, let's not cheat on each other and stuff like that. Like, yes, I love being up under my man. I love my man, you know what I mean? I love that. I love the lovey-dovey stuff. I'm still a lover girl when it comes to heart. I like the cheesy love too, like, and that's a whole different episode though. But like, I love the cheesiness. I love the cute stuff, but I'm also okay with like the space as well, where let's make each other miss each other type of love. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta be all up on you. Like, even if I lived with a man, I wouldn't mind him having a man cave and me having a girl glam room. I don't know. My own little space where we just, have time for ourselves, because I feel like that is necessary for just a human to be one with self and to really like recharge your energy so you can give your all to whatever situation you have to give to. I can deeply care and still need my time to myself. Like, learning the balance is what keeps my energy pure and my vibe right. Like, if I don't recharge, it's gonna come off like I'm forcing it. And I don't want to come off corny to anybody, because one thing I'm not is corny. But certain things is just like certain settings I can only tolerate but so long before I'm just like, my social battery is like, okay, let me go in my little corner, recharge a little bit, vibe out to some music in my corner, look at my phone a little bit. It's not that I'm not having fun. It's just like I'm really just trying to reset so I can become social again, I guess. I want to talk about the pretty side of being private. There's something beautiful about being private. You don't have to share every detail and show up everywhere to still matter. There's a lot of people that like to be the social person that out and about, always posting what they're doing, always. And I was like that at one point in my life when I was younger. I think I just have grown into a different person, and I've just grown into being just more private. I was definitely one of those type of girls that liked to post who I was dating, liked to post like the stuff that I'm going through on social media, even if it was bad, sad. Now it's like, you're gonna know if I say it on this podcast, or you're just not gonna know at all. Like, I go through a lot of stuff privately that, I'm going through something right now privately. It's nothing bad, but it's sometimes it's going through like personally, that a lot of people wouldn't know unless you knew who I was, like who know me like in real life, and I like talk to you in that deeper level. But other than that, I'm like real like chill. Like, I'm just very private. Like, even if, like I said, if I'm dating someone, now, before I used to love to put my partner on social media, do all of this and that. And if we broke up, I'm ranting about my spouse, my man, or whatever the case may be. But now I'm just like, I think I'm okay with that. I think the next person I date, it will be definitely on some chill, private, keeping our love to ourselves until like I have a ring on my finger. Then maybe I might show a little bit of that, but I'm okay with not allowing everyone to know my business. I want to control the business and the narrative that's put out about me. People may talk behind my back and say whatever they want about me, but one thing they're not going to do is tell the truth about what I feel is the truth for me. That doesn't make no sense. But like, people will tell their side of the story. There's two truths and a lie, of course. So that's the game, right? Two truths and a lie. There's their truth, my truth, and the truth, right? I don't know. But I'm just saying, people can say whatever they want about me, but I know who I am as a person. I know what I stand on. I know what I, have to offer. I know what I still need to work on. I know the type of person I am as a friend, as a girlfriend, as a family member. I stand on that. And at times where, I'm not talking or I'm not ready to open up to people, it does take me time to do that. And that's only because I want to make sure I'm saying the right things. I am very blunt. So when I do just straight up just tell somebody stuff, it may come off rude, and I'm not trying to be rude to people. I'm just being real of how I feel in that time frame. So I decided now to, instead of react right away, take the time and recharge my energy and then come back and, speak about it. So I'm just a little bit more private when it comes to a lot of things. I'm not going on social media anymore right away when I'm feeling away. I'm not ranting about this person, that person, because it's like, I don't got time. I'm also 32 years old, so I'm a grown woman. And I feel like my business should not be out there. And whatever has already been out there, whatever, it is what it is at this point. I don't regret, the action that I've took, because it, of course, showed me the wrong thing so I can become, better. So obviously, all the things I did in the past were not the best, and they weren't tasteful, and they weren't my character. So now that I look back on those things, I now can learn how to not be. So I don't take any of that as, a loss. I just take it as a lesson. You don't have to share every detail of your life, of course. There's peace in moving quietly, healing privately, letting growth speak for itself. Being an introvert helps me understand that quiet doesn't mean weak. It means grounded. Just because I don't respond right away if someone says something about me behind my back or just to my face or whatever the case may be, in my mind, I'm just like, you know what? Is this really worth the energy to even go at this person? Is it worth the energy to even respond? Is it worth the energy to even give my 2 cents or whatever the case may be? Now, I just don't want people to take that as a weakness, because one thing it's not is weak. It's very just like, I'm good on that. I'm not willing to argue with people anymore. Like, I'm more of laugh, and I think that kind of hurts people that I laugh. And I don't mean it in a mean way, but it's just like, I'm sorry, like, there's nothing that's worth fighting over unless it comes to life and death. Like, for real, for real. We're still living and breathing. I feel like I don't want to have to argue with people. I don't want people to piss me off. I don't want to be taken out of character, because that's not my character. I'm not a mean, yelling type of person. I like to be subtle. I like to be positive. I like to be happy in my own little bubble. I like love. I love love. I love cuteness. I love like just chill vibes. I don't want to be upset. I don't want to be, angry. I don't want to be yelling. I don't want to be doing none of that. And I don't curse anymore. So it's like, don't even try to get me to that point where it's like it may slip. You know what I mean? So whether you're outgoing, laid back, or somewhere in between, just remember, it doesn't mean be loud. Like, you don't have to be loud. You can be mad chill. Sometimes it means peaceful, patient, and in your own little world. You don't have to change that. You don't have to change that to fit in. Like, one thing I realized when I was younger is I was trying to fit in a lot and be like the people that I was around so I wouldn't seem weird. But now, like, I don't care if it seems weird. I don't care if it seems off. Like, this is me. You're either going to love me for me or you're not going to love me for me. And if you don't understand me, get to know me. Like, I'm a nice person. I'm cool with getting to know people. I'm very friendly, as some people would say. But I love people, and I would never just, I don't know, block people out. Even if someone's being, come at me weird, I'm always going to try to hear people out. You know what I mean? But once we cross a path where there's nothing else to say, of course there's nothing else to say. But I'm going to always try to be, understanding of whatever your opinion is. But if I feel like it's just something that I don't stand on, then I don't stand on it. And that is what it is. But thank you for tuning in, guys. I don't want to ramble too long. It's been a long time since I posted an episode, about 2 weeks. It's okay, come doubling up. And ready to get spicier and better and greater. And I love you guys for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in to Pretty Introvert on the Pretty Positive Podcast. If this episode spoke to your soul, share it with any introvert who's just trying to keep their pretty peace. And of course, if you have any questions for me about, like, I don't know, anything, just don't be afraid to reach out to me. I love giving people advice. It helps me expand my mind. It helps me give myself advice sometimes, and it helps me deal with my problems. I feel like sometimes deep down inside I should have been a therapist or something, but that life didn't choose me. Well, I didn't choose that life, but, maybe God will guide me into a direction where I'm helping people one day. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast episode. Stay blessed.